give me a good old rub.
What's up guys, how are y'all doing? Cosby Carey here. Today I'm going to be discussing the ELC EVEN 90, currently in the store for the sum of 3,400 gold, which is basically 50% off. It's the basic version. It doesn't have the fancy camo that the Vanguard has, which is currently up on the screen. And should you buy it, should you not buy it? The way the meta, the game is evolving, absolutely I think you should get it, because either you're going to get on the bandwagon or you're not. It's all about fast little tiny tanks whizzing around, Rocket League style. I mean, armor is still relevant, but it seems to be getting more and more less so. I mean, it is relevant, but it's not. I can't remember the last time I had a fantastic, amazing game in my E100, truth be told. But, and you know, and the wheeled vehicles, I'm guessing they're on their way. I don't see why they shouldn't be on their way. And I'm guessing those tanks are just going to simply destroy our game. They're going to wreck our game. But it is what it is. Embrace the madness or don't. It's up to you. This tank is a pretty decent practice vehicle, in my personal opinion, for the wheeled vehicles, I would say. So either get on board or don't, is my advice. That's all I have to say about that. That's all I gotta say about that. So anyhow, the ELC EVEN 90, should you get it, should you not get it? I think you should 100% get it. You know, the price, 3,400 gold, why not? This is what they're doing. They're releasing brand new tanks, premium tanks, and then a month later they're re-releasing them 50% off. You'd think they'd wait a few months. No, they, you know, whatever. Also, it's a tier 8 premium, so it's there to print you silver. And does this tank print you silver? Yes, it does. Keep in mind, the games that I'm showing you, they do have a ×2 silver boost, so keep that in mind in case I forget to mention that. Moving forward, I just want to discuss the negatives of the tank, which there are plenty of. There are loads of negatives about this tank, but at the same time, the positives, which there are only a few, they're really important, and they kind of completely outweigh the negatives. Even though the negatives, most of it is centered around the gun. The gun actually sucks. I mean, a lot of times when it comes to the autoloaders, the guns do suck. This kind of reminds me of me reviewing the Steel Rain, Iron Rain, I can't remember. And the gun does suck. You know, there's nothing good to say about the gun, apart from the fact that it's a autoloader, and you know, when it does work, it does work. But most times, autoloaders are very unreliable, undependable, and all of that jazz. So anyhow, let's talk about the negatives. Health, 900, that's terrible, that's abysmal. That's, I think, the lowest, one of the lowest. When it comes to hit points for the tier 8 light tanks. Gun elevation, 13 degrees, terrible, absolutely god awful. I think it gets 9 degrees gun depression, but it's not that important when you're such a small tank. But yeah, gun elevation, 13 degrees is awful. Most tier 8 lights get around 15 to 20-ish, something like that. If you find yourself facing down on a hill and you want to shoot at a target on the opposing hill, you're going to have a tough time. Penetration, 175, not very good, terrible. Accuracy, 0.38, that's okay. It's not awful, but it's not great, you know. Shell velocity, 760, that's awful, that's terrible. A lot of lead time. So you combine that with lousy elevation, lousy penetration, lousy accuracy. lousy velocity, lot of negatives, absolutely 100%. Lot of tier 8 light tanks will get double that easy, you know, if not double, just below. DPM is awful. At a 30-second reload, 3 shells, 220 damage per shell, which means 660 per clip if you do pen. You know, if in an ideal world you do pen, and so 1,200 DPM, which per minute, that's awful. That's awful. Intra-clip reload 2.5, so it takes you 5 seconds to unload your clip. That's quite long, you know. 2.5 for the auto loader, that's on the longer side. Aim time is godlike. Aim time has been sent from hell. Aim time is your worst nightmare. 2.9. You roll up, you're whizzing around, you stop, you see a target, the rear of a Jagdpanther or something like that, and you want to plant 3 beautiful shots into its rear. By the time you aim in, he's gone. He's moved on to another battle. Aim time is one of the biggest negatives. Yeah, it's just massive, the bloom. Trees are a pain in the ass for this tank. This is one of the only light tanks where you actually hit a tree and your tank will stop. Your tank will literally stop. If you're trying to evade somebody chasing you, you have to dodge trees. You just have to dodge trees. Is that not only are you dodging the shells from the tank behind you, but you have to evade trees, and sometimes you have to take a longer route to get from point A to B, you know, to get to safety, because there are trees in your way. You hit one of a tree that's kind of half the width of your tank, and it'll just stop you dead in your tracks. You know, there's only I think I've only experienced that on 1 or 2 other light tanks, but this tank is tiny. It is 100% tiny. There are other light tanks that, when they roll up beside you, they look like they're the size of an E100, you know. But moving on, I just discussed the size. This is one of the positives of this tank, is the size of the tank. It is tiny, it is minuscule. I cannot explain to you how tiny it is. It's small, and what does small equal? Really fantastic camo values, which enable you to get into these really aggressive scouting positions very early on in the game, due to the other positive of this tank, which is its speed. It does 70 kilometers per hour, with view range of pretty decent, okay, 380 meters. So the positives don't outweigh the negatives, but they do kind of equal it out. And this is kind of like I mentioned before, wargaming trying to balance the tank, I guess, which is, you know, if this tank had a fantastic gun, it would must be destroy tier 8, but it doesn't. It has a terrible gun, and the speed and the size of this tank make up for the negatives, which is the absolutely god-awful gun. But this tank, because of the speed and of the side, you also have to be extra careful. You have to be extra cautious, because it does have a tendency to flip over. It does have a tendency to get damaged very easily. You know, just on anything, you touch another enemy tank, you can lose 50% of your hit points very easily. The name of the game in this tank is patience, and if you are patient in this tank, you know what they say, that your patience will be rewarded. Okay, first game, we are on Dragon Ridge in a tier 10 heavy game, which is fine for us. because we're in our tier 8 premium tank and we're here to make silver, absolutely. And you're going to see me, initially I'm going to be quite aggressive with my moves, and in any other tank I'll be coming up to the hill here and just, you know, riding the crest of the hill, the top of the hill, but not in this tank. You know, I've got a lot of confidence in the camo values of the tank, so I'm pushing down below into the paddy fields, because I have confidence in the camo values of this tank, and if I do get in trouble, if I'm careful, I can use the speed to my advantage and get out of trouble. I do spot this T-54 lightweight, but in a moment or so he's going to spot me in return, but as soon as he does so, I know nobody on the red team kind of is in position, and I know nobody's, you know, kind of has trained their gun on this area, so it's pretty easy for me to get out of trouble as I've done so. So you can see me here. I see a motherland. I didn't think for a second about shooting on the motherland because of Soviet armor, but standard B, absolutely yes I can, even though I don't think I pen him at all. And but I am presented with the T-54 lightweight, and I do manage to pen him. Yes I do, so that's good. I managed to pen 1 shot out of 3. This is what I'm talking about with the negatives of the gun. It's unreliable, it's not made for sniping, it's just, it just doesn't work. You'll get maybe 1 or 2 pens and that's it. Yeah, it's just, it just doesn't work when it comes to sniping, absolutely. Every time you're just kind of rolling the dice. I spot the TD here behind me and he spots me in return, and now I'm in a bit of a pickle, bit of trouble. As I jumped down there, I thought I was going to sustain a whole buttload of damage, but I didn't, but he still managed to get a shot into me. I take cover in this village, and you can see the little light tank is coming for me, so I'm safe for now. But is he coming for me? Is he gunning for me? He's on 800 hit points, so that's a bit of a problem, and I'm only on 488. I'm a 2-shot for him, so yeah. So as soon as I can, what I was thinking now was, if he wants to come after me, he can do so, but I'm going to lead him to our medium, you know, the Centurion 7-1 there. As you can see, I'm ducking and diving and whizzing, and that's what you can do in this tank. I think the T-54 lightweight does get taken. Yeah, there we go, it gets taken out. T-28 prototype trying to get shots on me, so I need to get into cover real quick. The T-54 lightweight is gone. I'm gonna duck back into cover into this village. 3 pieces of arty, but I should be safe, no problema. I'm trying to lose my 6th sense. Short tank, short tank, short tank. Yeah, you're too late, buddy. So now my thinking was, I can use the camo to my advantage, possibly get some shots on artillery, possibly bring my tank around to the rear of the T-28 prototype. But as I'm pulling through this area, I'm completely lit up. You can see me dodging the trees. Nothing is going to pen me, basically, because I'm too fast, I'm too quick. I'm moving left, I'm moving right, all of that jazz. I'm not expecting to kill any of these pieces of arty. I just want to get some shots. You can see the medium is on my tail, and again I'm leading him to my tanks. So if he wants to follow me, he's going to follow me to his doom. There's a Centurion 7-1 over here and a E75, I think. Yeah, E75, and they've got considerable health. So if he wants to follow me, no problema. I've still got my hit points intact, apart from that shot from the T-28 prototype. So now, as we're venturing back into the area where the artillery was, I can do so with confidence because I'm fully loaded and I've got some teammates with me. Let's try and find that medium tank and the remaining 2 pieces of artillery. There's the medium. Let's go for Hardy. 1 shot, 2 shot, get the kill. Very nice. Got 1 more shot. Where can I plant it? Hello, you remember me? You're chasing me. The medium gets taken out, and that's all that she wrote. Nice quick game. As I come up here, I'm going to lose my sixth sense, lose my detected. There's a lot of foliage between me and the E4. I'm trying to get up to his rear. And there we go. We managed to pen him in the side, which is surprising. Pen a second time. And he's only got 90-degree gun arc to the left and to the right. So we're pretty safe here. No problemo. And he gets taken out. All that's left is a chieftain, I believe. He's on considerable amount of hit points. We don't get him, but we've managed to amass a pretty decent amount of spotting damage, 2,700 and 2,000 inflicted. So that's almost 5k, just below 5k, which is really good, you know, for a tier 8 premium. It's kind of what you're looking for to earn quite a bit of silver, because that's what we're here for basically. And you can see I hit over 200k. Keep in mind that's with a ×2 silver bonus, so you're looking at 125 for a pretty standard game. And next map is Feeble Ridge. Feeble Ridge, I haven't got a clue. This is a tier 8 match, so the previous one was tier 10, this is tier 8, we are top tier, and we're gonna do what we normally do, which is head to the hill on the, was it G3, G4, use our camo to our advantage, and try and spot the reds as they're pushing down towards us, get some lovely jubbly assisted, and then kind of move in on the leftovers of the reds and basically kill everything, and hopefully top it off with some nice kills on artillery. And that's pretty much the mentality I have in each and every battle when it comes to this tank. As you can see, I'm aggressively pushing out here. I'm first one in this area. I'm absolutely fine with that, you know, a lot of confidence. We're not going to fire on this 112. We've got no shots on him. We're just going to wait patiently and hopefully spot. Can we spot anything else? No, we can't. Yes, we can. Stura Emil, foliage between us and him. We can get some shots on him. Absolutely. 1, 2, and real quick, because I'm targeted and we don't get the third shot. Stura Emil, soft, juicy target. So yeah, 2 pieces of artillery. So we need to be cautious and careful. Although when you are on an uphill slope, it is to your advantage, because the aiming reticle, the aiming circle on the tank is on artillery is kind of stretched out, elongated, and they have kind of a less of a chance of hitting you. If you've played artillery, you know what I'm talking about. Side over Pershing, yes. 1, 2, surprised I got that shot. And yeah, see, third one, no. 112, still on full health. Targeted, sixth sensed. Absolutely not. Duck back into cover, use that handbrake to swing round. I mean, this tank doesn't turn on a dime, but you know, with the handbrake, yes it does. I'm not going to penetrate here. I need to get in with my teammates and get some shots into the side and just help out. I can't be sitting up there on top and attempting to get shots. Look at who's aiming at me, of course, absolutely. So I did my bit for King of Country there, and we're going to scoot away, absolutely. Now let's move back into position, up here. The game is 50-50, up in the air, it's up for grabs for anybody. Re-established contact with the Storer Mill, but we haven't, nah. Gun isn't loaded. Missed some shots there. Looks like there's two pieces of two TDs over there in the back. We saw the shells coming in, just barely missing me. You see me being very cautious as I come down. I don't want to sustain any kind of damage. Still got my hit points, and we're going to try and light up the TDs that just shot at me. I'm presuming they're TDs. Yes, there's a UDES 03. At the same time, I'm thinking about artillery. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go. Rheinmetall. Nice, soft, juicy, easy target. 1, 2, 3, and we get the kill. So that's totally different. You know, penetration doesn't really come into play when you're shooting on a Borsig and he's presenting his side. You know, that's not saying in any way, shape or form that the gun is good, you know. And there's the Storer Mill, but the thing is, if I pop out here and attempt to shoot at him, you know, you can see all those reds there off into the distance. They can get shots on me, so I need to be extra careful. Look at that aim time. Look at that aim time. Look at that aim time. Just goes on forever. And oh, well, that was me. We get 2 pens out of 3. I am lit up. You can see we're going to win this game if you take a look at the mini map down below. And I have to wait for that reload. That reload is epic. It's epic. I could add food, but I don't want to, because I want to earn as much silver as possible. So let's try again on the J Panther. Again, the aim time is epic. Try again. No. Try again. And 3 shots. Yeah, 3 shots. And that was RNG being really bad towards me. But you're not here to snipe, like I mentioned before, with this tank. That's not what you're here for. You're here to harass. You're here to cheese off the enemy. These I think I will pen. 1, 2, and he only just notices me, doesn't he? Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, 3. So we go from, ooh, that was close. So we go from 3 misses to 3 pens. And we also got 3 pens on the Borsig as well. So, and that's all that she wrote as far as the red team is concerned. You guys sucked. And we got 3k inflicted, which is really good, which was all on very light targets, and with almost 500 assisted. So let's mop up, shall we? Let's find artillery. So like I said, patience, be aware of artillery, be aware of what you can do, what you can't do in this tank. It can be easily be damaged. Learn how to run away. Learn how to run away, absolutely, in this tank. And learn how to swerve from left to right and all of that jazz. But it's definitely worth the buy, in my opinion. It's 100% worth the buy. It's so much fun to play in. It really feels rewarding playing in this tank, absolutely. So nothing fantastic, not a gold mastery. I don't think I've achieved my gold mastery in this tank. Silver, yeah, loads of silvers, but no gold mastery. 110k, which is, I don't think I had a silver multiplier on this one. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.